He was out here deep, like real deep. Man, you know, this wind out here today, you know, it's blowing hard out of the north. And that's the one nice thing about this Ultrex. You know, here I've hooked a nice fish on a worm. I've marked my waypoint and I've hit lock. So I'm able to fight this fish in the wind and I'd still stay right on my spot, which a lot of times, you know, these fish are out here like 22, 23 feet deep, you know, and that's really important when you're fishing in this deep water. You know, there's a really nice chunky largemouth bass, and you know, I've hit spot lock and it'll hold me right here in this big northeast wind we've got here today. Look how fat that thing is, kind of looks like me. You know, boat control is difficult for a lot of people, especially when conditions are like this, like we have out here today. You know, when it's windy or rough, and you know what spot lock does, that makes it that much easier on those people. It takes all that boat control out. You know, like I said, all I've done is I've hit an anchor button and the trolling motor's done all the work for me. So that's one thing about spot lock. It makes fishing a lot easier, even for those people who are just beginners or learning to fish out here offshore. Or it doesn't really matter if you're fishing offshore, if you're fishing a windy bank, or you know, anywhere that you're fishing, it just makes boat control that much easier, even for new fishermen. Come on. You know, one of the big problems with a normal cable steer trolling motor is, you know, when you're out here in the wind, you get a lot of back and forth, and you know, you have to fight it a lot of times when that trolling motor is coming out of the water. And with the Ultrex, you have the electric assist, so it takes all that out even when you're running your trolling motor in rough water. So like I said, I've hit spot lock since I caught a bass, but if I were running that, it makes it so much easier to steer even in these bigger waves and rough water. Because a lot of times these fish get in real little small packs, about the size of a boat or a truck, or even smaller. A lot of times, you know, they'll get around one stump or one brush pile. And so being able to make that exact same cast, you know, today, if I wouldn't have had the Ultrex, I probably would have blown, good Lord, 100 yards down this ledge. I probably would have started my engine back up to get back up here to even start fishing. But as you can see, I haven't even hit the trolling motor since I caught that fish. Man, there's another one. Another good one too. On that same cast, you know, and like I said, once I caught that first fish, all I had to do was hit my anchor button. You know, it really makes ledge fishing easy. Another nice fish right there. Oh. Well, I come back around with a worm after catching a couple on a swim bait, and I think I've got a big one here. Boy, I just had that one little old tap. Nice one. Big old long fish. Long and skinny. That's a nice one there. I was seeing some fish on the depth finder, and I switched back over to an old monster, to a worm. But that's a nice one right there. We'll let him go. What I enjoy too about spot lock is how much little effort it takes me now. You know, I can keep my balance in rough water while I'm out here fishing, and I get on a school of bass. I'm able to sit here and just keep both feet planted on the deck and worry about fishing. I don't have to worry about running the trolling motor, you know, because spot lock does all the work for me.